This is not just another Russia-Ukraine battlefield claim. This is about power, perception, and a possible bigger game plan. For the second time in 4 days, the Kremlin is suggesting that Vladimir Putin himself was nearly assassinated. But according to the United States top intelligence agency, there is no evidence it's true. Let's break this down. Earlier this week, Russia claimed that Ukrainian drones attempted to strike a residence used by President Vladimir Putin in northwestern Russia, near Valdai, a heavily secured area long associated with the Russian leader. The allegation was explosive. An attempted strike on Putin's home would represent a dramatic escalation, one that could reshape the war in Ukraine overnight. And the claim didn't just stay in Moscow. President Donald Trump told reporters that Vladimir Putin personally relayed the story to him during a phone call on Monday. Trump appeared to accept the account at face value. "I don't like it. It's not good," he said. He described himself as very angry after hearing what Putin claimed had occurred. Trump did acknowledge uncertainty, saying it was possible the allegation was false, but then he added this. "But President Putin told me this morning it did."
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not good. I heard about it this morning. You know who told me about it? President Putin told me about it. Early in the morning, he said he was attacked. It's no good. It's no good. Don't forget, the Tomahawks. I stopped the Tomahawks. I didn't want that. Because we're talking about, it's a delicate period of time. This is not the right time. It's one thing to be offensive, because they were offensive. It's another thing to attack his house. It's not the right time to do any of that, and can't do it. And I learned about it from President Putin today. I was very angry about it. What? Well, it came out. Well, we'll find out. I mean, you're saying maybe the attack didn't take place. It's possible too, I guess. But President Putin told me this morning it did.
At that moment, the narrative was set. Ukraine, according to Russia, had crossed a red line, targeting the Russian president himself. Except, US intelligence didn't agree. On Wednesday, CIA Director John Ratcliffe briefed US President Trump with a very different assessment. The CIA does not believe Ukraine was targeting a residence used by Vladimir Putin. In fact, according to US officials familiar with the briefing, the agency does not believe the alleged attack happened as Russia described it, if it happened at all. That assessment directly undercuts the Kremlin's claim, and it appears to have shifted the tone inside the White House. Later that same day, President Trump shared a New York Post editorial on Truth Social with a striking headline. "Putin attack bluster shows Russia is the one standing in the way of peace." It pointed out the irony of Putin, who has waged a brutal war for nearly 4 years, suddenly expressing outrage over alleged violence near him. But then came the key line: the drone strike likely never happened. The editorial cited several points. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky flatly denied any such attack. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov initially admitted Russia could provide no evidence, asking the press instead to simply take the Kremlin's word for it. The editorial response was blunt: "We won't." So what exactly is Russia claiming? According to Russia's defense ministry, 91 drones were launched from northern Ukraine early Monday morning. The alleged target? Putin's residence near Valdai in the Novgorod region of northwestern Russia. The ministry says more than half of those drones were intercepted hundreds of kilometers away from the site. The rest, they claim, were intercepted over the Novgorod region between 3 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. Russia even released a map purporting to show the drones' flight paths and where they were brought down. But many claim there's a critical gap in the story. Russian officials have not explained how they determined the drones were headed for Valdai specifically. European officials are openly questioning the claim. The European Union's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas, called it a deliberate distraction. Others suggest the timing is no coincidence. Putin's allegation came just one day after President Trump met Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at Mar-a-Lago. Trump emerged from that meeting sounding optimistic, suggesting progress toward a potential peace deal. Within 24 hours, the narrative shifted. Suddenly, the focus wasn't diplomacy, it was an alleged assassination attempt on the Russian president. Some European officials believe the claim was designed to derail peace talks without directly provoking Trump. In that reading, the message isn't aimed at Kiev, it's aimed at Washington. And it raises a larger question. Amid all this buzz, Russia has leveled a second alleged assassination attempt against Vladimir Putin. Multiple Ukrainian long-range drones were intercepted as they headed toward the Russian capital on New Year's Eve. Moscow Mayor Sergei Sobyanin confirmed the first interception at 11:55 p.m., moments before President Vladimir Putin began his traditional New Year address. According to Sobyanin, Russian air defense forces destroyed one unmanned aerial vehicle flying toward Moscow. Another drone was shot down shortly after midnight as the city entered 2026. Between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. on Thursday, 7 more drones were intercepted, extending the overnight alert. Emergency services specialists were dispatched to the crash sites, with officials reporting no casualties or damage. As a precaution, flights were temporarily suspended at Domodedovo Airport. The incident followed another attempted drone raid on Moscow just a day earlier. Moscow Region Governor Andrei Vorobyov said air defenses downed at least 21 hostile UAVs in that attack. One man, aged 57, suffered shrapnel wounds to his back and arm during the previous incident. Whether drones were launched for other military reasons, or whether the incident was exaggerated or entirely fabricated, remains unclear. What is clear is that the claim landed at a sensitive moment. Peace talks are fragile, trust is thin, and narratives can be as powerful as missiles. This wasn't just a claim of a failed attack, it was a test of whether the world would accept the Kremlin's word without evidence. This time, intelligence agencies and increasingly political leaders are saying no. And in a war where truth is often the first casualty, that might matter more than any drone ever could.